at the site of the collapsed building here in Massey Street in Lagos Island area of Lagos State. So pathetic and so disheartening that just recently we are mourning the people that got dead during the Ethiopia Boeing 737 accident in Ethiopia on its way to Kenya. This building has 2 floors that belongs to a nursery and primary school. So many students were trapped yesterday, including the residents. And this is the ground floor, as you can see, of the building. And all the rescue mission have been done and concluded. And they've been able to get every individual out of this site. As we speak now, the people that are still alive are at the General Hospital in Marina, Lagos. And many of them will need your help. The Lagos State government have made move to ensure the safety of the people that are alive and to ensure benefit burial for the people that are dead already. A lot of non-governmental organizations are here to partake in the process. And kudos to the Lagos State Emergency Management Authority Agency for their prompt reaction, the Nigeria Police Force, the Nigeria Security and the Civil Defense Corps, the Lagos Neighborhood and Security Corps, SIPEM, RCC, the residents of this environment, and Julius Berger with their machineries. A lot of general hospitals donated their ambulances to ensure the quick evacuation of victims to where they can be treated. My name is Dr. Squared, and this is Citizen Information Network.
Obviously, no one is happy. No one is happy. Lives are lost, property damaged, and everything. The most annoying aspect of it is that this thing that happened is avoidable. It could have been prevented. But going forward, we are going to advise the government to ensure that integrity test is carried on buildings, particularly buildings in this Lagos area. Most of them are so old and were built without plan. I can assure you most of these buildings are without plan. So the government has to do something. Integrity tests has to be conducted on most of these buildings to ensure the safety of lives of occupants. Then going forward too, the neighborhood. Look at the neighborhood. The neighborhood portends serious hazards for other forms of accidents. Now we talk about the ventilation is wrong, poor. The drainage is not in existence. We are just talking of the one that has just happened. Many other ones can happen. So we have to sit down and think and see the way forward. The situation is very ugly. Nobody is happy. We are not happy. Since yesterday, Nigerians have been crying about these things, particularly when it involves small children, school children. Now the issue is that even the proprietors of this school, they just when you have a little one, it's proper to have a 3-story building for little children. Well, it's not about being proper. There are skyscrapers where little children stay, but it is doing the right thing at the right time. These buildings' integrity are in doubt, so it is something that has to be done before license or permission is granted to some people to carry out some business. Some inspections have to be carried out. So that's where we are concerned. Those of us in safety, we know that accidents are preventable. Accidents don't just occur. There are certain things that must show sign that this can happen. And when you take them for granted, that thing you fear will definitely come to be. So by the time you identify these things, you handle them, control them before the accident. So the accident wouldn't have occurred if the right thing was done at the right time. And that's our message. That's what we are propagating. That's what we want people to understand, that we can complete our tenure have our full lifespan without issues if we will do the right thing. So look at, we are not talking of man-hour that is lost. We are not talking of the suffering people are going through. We are not talking of even the occupants of the building. They were in need of accommodation. Some of them do not know what it takes to investigate, find out the kind of building you are going to live in. They just need somewhere they put their head, go out in the morning, come in, instead of staying under the bridge and all that. So such pressure can lead you into doing certain things that you ought not to have done. So that is our concern now. Okay.
My experience is not a pleasant one at all. As a mother, seeing children dying for what they are not supposed to be wasted for is not a good thing at all. It was a bad day even for Lagos State, you know, because it's what could have been averted. How? On ground here, residents are complaining that the house has been earmarked for demolition for several years, and that because some people are just claiming to be owners of the land, they refuse the demolition of the structure until a lot of some lives were lost, and people are now in hospital lying there.
That's why like how many people
so far so good. Nigeria Red Cross Society is not in a position to announce the dead people or how many people are still lying unconscious or in the hospital bed. Ours is to rescue, ours is to give first aid treatment, ours is to assist, ours is to, you know, cancel where necessary. The way forward is that we need to, as a state and as a nation, our government needs to be more proactive in order to avoid such occurrence or occurrences in future. As you can see, even me seeing some structures here, you will know that some are even due for demolition. So we need intervention, quick intervention, so that more lives will not be lost and more properties will not be wasted.
What's the count of things that you are able to rescue from this?
And with the Nigeria Red Cross Society, with the collaborating agencies, we can't give accurate number because the number must be coordinated, and LASEMA is the agency of government that will bring those numbers together and send to us. If I give a number now, I might be giving a wrong signal. Yes.
Just give us a figure, because we understand, you know, we are reporting that it's not the full figure, but the one we are able to get for now.
For now, yes. The hospital?
Yes.
I 30 something.
Well, what we are seeing is a collapse of building, of a 3-story building in Lagos at Itafaji. It's quite unfortunate that this is happening at this time. Nobody is happy about it because while rescue operation lasted, a lot of lives have been rescued alive and some recovered from the collapsed building. You can see rescue operations has been on by all emergency responders, name it. The LRU, LASEMA, Fire Service, Lagos, Federal, Neighborhood Watch, Road Safety, Police, name it, Red Cross. So all the responders have been on ground making a team, forming a team to ensure that lives are rescued and saved. And You can see that rescue operation is still ongoing, though we've not been able to recover further victims from the rubble, but as I speak with you, evacuation of the rubble is still ongoing by the LRU, and we have all the responders still very much on ground, maintaining law and order so that the work can continue and be brought to an end in a good time to sanitize the environment and ensure that, yes, nobody is left unrecovered from the rubbles. That's what we see the men doing now. You can see that the payloader is still there working, ensuring that all the left over from the collapsed building is removed. It's quite unfortunate that we lost lives, but the most happier thing is that most of those people in the house are rescued alive. An appreciable number was rescued alive, but it's painful. It's painful when you lost even a soul. Very, very painful for you to lose a soul. But sometimes when it happens, we can't help it, but we just have to continue to ensure that the needful is done. You see, this kind of a situation, it is a wake-up call to the government that yes, we have agencies in charge of this kind of the building, maintaining law and order as far as the erection of building is concerned. The advice is, whenever we are putting up our building, let us make sure we channel it through the appropriate agency. Ensure that whatever regulation is complied with, the regulation that is made for us to obey is complied with, so that all of these kind of situations can be prevented, so that lives can be saved. All of this is to ensure safety of lives and even that property that we want to have, the building that we want to erect, to ensure the safety of that the building itself. That is it. So far, yes, that's the way forward. The way forward is for us to ensure that we comply with what necessary regulations. Law says about putting up a building. Yes, the materials that we use, we make sure they're quality materials and they're certified. Let us ensure that they are certified before we commence building and using all of these materials, so that all of these events could be prevented in the near future. That's the way forward. That's the way forward. Yeah, and once we see that a building is dilapidated, let us evacuate the building and stop forcing ourselves to live in such a building. Exactly. Stop using the building so that we could be assured that our life is saved, is secured. But so far so good. Work is still ongoing. All the emergency responders are still very much on ground to ensure that we got to the last aspect of it, ensuring sanity in the area. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Olumide David. I'm from House of Prayer. House of Prayer is a faith-based NGO, and it's not a church, but we try to unite the whole church. So right now, a number of believers have been donating a lot of relief materials at House of Prayer to Nehru. The local government chairman told them to clear this place. We are setting up a canopy here. The relief materials will be brought to this location, and people, we've collected the data of the victims, and we can help them in the next 1-2 weeks. We can help them to get settled. Well, the church alone is strong enough. I mean, the church has got the population, the church has got the wealth. I mean, and this is the reason for the wealth. So it's to help. If Jesus Christ was alive, this is what Jesus Christ will do. Jesus Christ will help the people in need.
Apart from this initiative of setting up for those that were affected,
well, I feel this is just going to be an opportunity to start getting the church to unite on purpose. So there are lots Nigeria needs, but as we come together as believers, I'm very sure that we are going to see the new Nigeria and the change we are looking for.